Welcome into the Josh Sadler Show, week 11.
Week 11 on the schedule.
Can you believe it?
Can't. It's gone by fast.
My gosh, I tell you what, you all have played your butts off this year.
Yep.
And just couldn't get to the finish where you wanted to.
Right. Well, we still got one left. Still
Yep.
got a chance to end the season right.
Yeah.
I think it's a very good opponent in Bryan. They're going through some of the same struggles we are, so I think it's a good chance for us to go out there and put our best foot forward and finish the season right.
Yeah, the kids want to finish their senior season off right in that last
100%.
game too.
Yeah, and that's a message we kind of pushed to the younger kids this week was, look at these guys who have been here 4 years, who have busted their tails for 4 years, the blood, the sweat, the tears, the off seasons, the boot camps, everything that went into it. Look at those guys and understand that this is the last opportunity they have in a high school uniform to play the game of football. Go out there and just give everything you have for your brother.
Yeah.
And don't worry about the scoreboard. Don't worry about anything other than the guy standing beside you. And if you'll just do that, play every single play for the man sitting beside you, you'll be fine.
Yep, exactly. I'm ready to play.
Yeah, come on.
Man, I tell you what, it's been wonderful watching some of these kids as they've grown up over the year.
Right. Yeah.
And gotten better each and every week. Injuries have hurt you towards the end of the year, boy. Just right when you didn't need them.
Yeah, and that's part of 6A football. When you jump into 6A football, you better have some depth, or else it's going to hurt you. And we've missed some games with D'Angelo Ingram, our quarterback, and Jamarcus has done a great job stepping in. Didn't miss a beat with him, but again, you lose your starter. There's some things there that psyche-wise with some of the kids, it may mess with them a little bit. And we've missed some receivers and missed some defensive outside linebackers and DBs. And we've had a small rash of injuries. It hadn't been real bad, but we've still missed some kids in some key situations. And there's no excuse as to why the product hasn't been what I want it to be. But those things factor in. And as a head coach, all those things are there, and you still have to find a way, to put your best foot forward and win games. And and up until now, we haven't been able to do that. So this one's a big one for us. We're going to try to make sure we get out there and play for our seniors. We're going to make sure that our young kids, end and head into off season on a positive note. So we're just excited and ready to get out there and play a little bit.
Yeah, and like you said, getting some of those kids back, like you have through the year.
Yeah, we're going to be almost full.
You were hurt. Yeah, the key personnel was out in the games where you needed them. That's what. Really
and it hurt. Carter Hicks not playing for 4 weeks there after an ankle injury. Against Brenham. He missed the first 4 games of district, and that hurts when he's 1,000-yard back.
Yeah, explosive.
Yeah, and so that hurts. Even though I thought Janari Franklin and some of those guys, Shadrick Gordon. I thought they did a fine job stepping in those situations. We still had some good rushing yards, but when you lose your starter, your guys you're hanging your hat on, it hurts a little bit. Yeah. And but that's again part of the game. And when you get into the 6A game, especially, you have to be prepared for that, and you have to have the next man up mentality, and you got to be ready to roll, and you got to be able to produce in that situation. I'm very proud of our kids. I think that even those kids that had to step in those situations did a great job. And the big thing for us is stepping out on the field tonight and really getting after Bryan.
Yep. And those seniors are going to be ready to get after it, and you know that.
100%. And some of them are still playing a little dinged up. Our center, Jonah Talley Lee, he's still playing a little dinged up. But he's not.
Tape.
Well, yeah, a little tape and everything else that goes in, a whole lot of treatment. But, some of those guys are still playing through some painful things.
Yeah.
And that's part of football, too, is, through the course of a 10-week season, especially like with us, we played 9 games in a row before we got a break. You're going to get dinged up, and you have to play through injuries. And that's what I love about football. The game of football, teaches our kids so much about life and about how to handle life as a man. I'm just so grateful that we have it. Just the sport and the game and what it teaches on the other side, the character side of things. Because like our kids are having to learn right now that you may get a little bit hurt sometimes, or the outcome may not be exactly what you want to. But guess what? You still got to show up. You still got to work your tail off. You still got to try to find a solution to the problem. And so often now in society, it's about, how quickly can we get to the top? Right. And if we don't get there as fast as we want to, we just walk away and quit. And that's what I love about this game of football. It teaches you so much about life and how to get through things and work past things and become a mentally tough person and overcome and find solutions. And that's exactly why, my two young ones, 5 and 2 years old. I'm not gonna make them play football, but I'm gonna push them to play football because the game teaches kids so much about life. And I want my 2 boys to be tough, and I want them to be, just like our Kangaroos right now, having to work through adversity and overcome adversity and find the special thing that's on the other side. And, I'm hoping tonight that's going to be, a big dub for us against the Bryan Vikings, and we'll be able to move into off season and send our seniors off with something special.
Yeah, they're a pretty good little team.
Yeah, they are. They got some explosive kids on offense. Little number 1, little number 4, little number 7. I mean, they can all flat out get it. And their quarterback's a big kid. He's very physical, and he can throw the ball down the field. They've been averaging about 300 yards a game on rushing on offense, and then they pop a 300-yard game against Temple in the air. So I mean, they've got the ability to do both. It's not like you can load up on one and not the other and not defend the other. So our defense is going to have a tough task against them. Coming into this game because they have explosive kids on the outside, they have explosive kids in the backfield, and they're decent up front, and so we're going to have to really get after their tails and understand exactly where we need to be and fit and wrap up and tackle and do a great job.
So you got the game plan already to go?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that was done on Sunday.
Yeah.
We spend all our Sundays up here, in the afternoons trying to figure out exactly how we're going to stop them, how we're going to score, and all that kind of stuff like that. And and then you work your tails off in practice trying to execute those things. So, but our game plan's sound. It's solid, I believe, and we just got to go out and execute.
Yeah. There'll be a good crowd there tonight, I know.
Yeah. And I invite everybody to come out. And again, I know it's not where we necessarily want to be. I know it's not necessarily the outcome that a lot of people hope for. But at the end of the day, we got kids that are out there busting their tail. They're fighting their tails off and trying to figure out, adversity. And, if you can't see anything else, see the fact that our kids are working to overcome some adversity. And that life lesson they're learning right now is so important. And at the end of the day, we can always, come back to, we should have done this, we should have done that. And there's 100% of the evaluation process I have to do at the end of the season will be in that. But right now, it's about our kids, getting out there and continuing to fight and watching them overcome something. I'm ready for tonight to watch them overcome, this hurdle that they've been trying all year long. Just keep getting out there, trying to fight. But, it's in front of them now, and I believe they're going to go out and get it done.
Well, we're going to talk next week about all the guys and all that and the whole season and everything like that because we're on an up note here, buddy.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm ready to put on shoulder pads. You're giving me a little locker room talk there, so just give me a little bit more to get me ready to get on the field, and we'll get out there.
Well, I got a set of shoulder pads right in there with your name on them. Don't think I don't. But Dan, again, I appreciate what you do trying to help promote our kids, with everything, and I just can't thank you enough for the 10 weeks that we've had this year. Again, it's tough always coming here and try to make me smile, especially when we don't have the outcome that we want. Because us old ball coaches, we're not real happy about things if it ain't rolling the way we want to. But again, like you talk about lessons for kids, it's lessons for coaches too. Because we've got to learn how to deal with stuff like that and cope with lack of success sometimes. And so it again, where I wanted to teach our kids, I'm glad it's teaching me something as well, because it's going to give me a chance to reevaluate everything I do and make sure it's exactly what these kids need and move forward with everything from there. All right. Well, whose house? Roo's house. Roo's house, baby. Roo's house. And that's what we intend to go out there and prove. All right. And Josh always likes to end the show with... Hey, as always, go Roos.